Hello. Ah. Oh. Ah. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to Scary's Thursday. Hi. Hey. Uh, yeah. I hope you like my low effort scary setup. Hello. Good. Ah. Fuck. Boo. Hit. They got me. Ah. Just kidding. I'm fine. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Hello. Uh, I just wanted to be silly. So here, no, I'm here. I don't think I have where on this scene right now. No. Hi. um. I did. I didn't feel like doing the normal though. Tonight we're gonna do something that I wouldn't normally do. Uh, which is to say, play a game, play a type of game that I normally wouldn't play. Um, because it generally doesn't match my streaming style. But I'm in the mood. And I happen to like this game a lot. uh, if you are familiar with Gobsy and have been watching Gobsy's stream, which you should be to both, um, they've been playing a game called Scarlet Hollow. Uh, and it is a game that I decided to check out on my own, uh, and have loved. I have mentioned this on the stream, occasionally. Also, by the way, I'm so sorry, I forgot to say, thank you so much, Traves, for the 6 months. I completely slipped my mind. Thank you. Because it happened 7 minutes ago now. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you every day of my life. Thank you very much, Traves. Um, your support is much appreciated. Thank you. You're a real one. Uh, thank you, thank you. Okay. Scarlet Hollow. Scarlet Hollow is a visual novel. Um, it's all words and pictures. Um, but it's really good, and it feels like playing a D&D campaign, but like a horror one shot set in modern day. um, but it feels like a tabletop game. Which is why I've really like gelled with it so well, I think, and it's just really well written. And it's cool and good, and I like it. So I figured we'd start a new run. I wanted to do more runs, more characters. So I figured we'd at least start one on stream. I can't promise that this will be a full playthrough or nothing. Um, we'll see how it goes and how I'm feeling. But we can at least get it started and see where the night takes us, as it were. I thought it would be fun. Uh, uh, yeah, I didn't really feel like playing Rivals, which is to say, I would love to play Rivals, but if I just wanted to do something seasonal, I occasionally enjoy a holiday. What can I say? Whoa. Um, Halloween is one of the good ones. Yeah, I like it. Um, it's just good natured scary times. Uh, you got the skeletons and the bones and the pumpkins and everything, and the ghosts, spectral entities and bone entities. It's all good. Um. Uh. 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 Yeah. Anyway, hi everybody. Hi anybody. Hi Traves. And hello anybody out there in Halloween land. who may or may not be watching. It is wonderful to see you. I think I kind of just want to get started, because I kind of just want to play as much of the game as we can tonight. So we'll just get it going and let people filter in as they will or won't to do. Let me start by posting a content warning. Oh, Twitch, you wonderful shitty website. I love how you just work. There we go. Great. Okay. And do that. Cool. Hey. I will also I'll read out the content warnings. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and restart the game so that we get to see that screen. Though it's just a general one, but for future generations when I upload the VOD. One moment. And the music that we're listening to is from this game. But I was listening to a playlist on Spotify, but it's all from this game. Which, good news, all this game's music is on Spotify. So you should listen to it if you use that. Okay. Here it is. I'll go ahead and read it as well. And let's get started. Content warning. This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audiences. Please visit their website, blacktabbygames.com, if you need a full list of content warnings. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome home. And I'll go ahead and pull up the site. So there aren't any direct spoilers in the content warnings, but there are general spoilers for things that may or may not be in the game. But I do want to go ahead and read all of them off, just because some of them are things that are common for people to have issues with. And I don't want anyone being jump scared. So in episode 1, where we're starting out, there is body horror, realistic gore, death, dead, dying, and injured animals, emetophobia / vomiting, disturbing imagery and situations, stalking, guns, and cockroaches. So be advised, and you can read those at any time in the pinned message at the website in the pinned message. Okay. Let us. Oh, it's. Let me know. I think the game is probably still loud. Let me... I will adjust. Let me know if how we're landing as far as volumes. It looks fine on my. It looks like it should be decent. Just going off of my bars. But do let me know. Okay. Seems good. Okay. Hi, Shiny. Thank you. Amnimal. That's me. Oh, you know what we need? Our friend, the pumpkin cat. I'll let them chill with us. Hi, Shiny. Thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. And you. Thank you. I'm gonna make that a little smaller. This is my companion for tonight's festivities. And if you are just coming in, please do be aware of the content warnings I have posted in the chat, pinned. There's some serious shit. it's fucked up. It's all very good and very well done. And it's more of a slow burn, creepy type of thing. Not necessarily slow burn. It burns a lot. But yeah, it's not really jump scare focused. There's things that are scary that happen, but not necessarily jump scares. Anyway. There's situations. Events occur. So let's go ahead and start. My name is Bean. I live in the city of Beanstown. I'm gonna go they, them. Pronoun selector doesn't impact gameplay. He, him, they, them, she, her. I want to go with they, them for being. I'm feeling it. And now, honestly, this is a run that I've wanted to do. So my first character, is, keen-eye and hot. So observant with a knack for picking up small details, empathetic, remembers things. It's been very helpful. And then hot, extremely good-looking, a natural flirt. People just like you, probably because you're a good person, or you're attractive. Yeah, autistic rep. Yeah, for real. So this is the character that I've been playing for my main playthrough, which is me role-playing myself. This is me role-playing an idealized version of myself, and thinking through things the way that I myself would do them. But I do like to get into the character. Probably, yeah, extremely good-looking, and probably because you're a good person. Yeah, it's good. I mean, really, hot is just a very high charisma stat, right? So it's not necessarily, you know, just attractive, but also you're just good at people. Yeah, a lot of these really do track to D&D. Also something worth noting, which I wanted to do, but here, let me let's go back to main menu. I don't mind re-entering our shit. The right. The hardcore mode is a thing that you unlock after you beat all the chapters once. So we'll just go ahead and read this. Every trait in Scarlet Hollow provides an opportunity to avoid a game-defining sacrifice. Hardcore mode removes these opportunities, but you'll be able to select a third trait. I knew about the third trait. I didn't know that the opportunities were removed. And even with your new abilities, this is the darkest world state. By clicking continue, you agree to suffer. We're not going to do that. Also, yes. I don't know anything about Ren'Py. But apparently you do, and also, yes, it is in the about. Made with Ren'Py, 8.0, etc. There you go. Or Ren'Py. I don't know how it's pronounced. I have never heard of it before. But there you go. Okay. So, we aren't doing, the hardcore mode. Even though I do want a third trait. I would love to have a third trait. But I want to see the ways in which the traits directly affect the major decisions, because I think that's a very cool thing that happens. Hi, Venna. Welcome in. Also, hi Shiny, and hi, Sus. Welcome. My name is Bean. I live in the city of Beanstown. My pronouns will be they, them for this run through. And yeah, so talk to animals is a cool one. This was added as a Kickstarter stretch goal. Was to have this trait added to the game. You can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a curse. This just adds a lot of text and dialogue from animals with animals to the game. It's a very cool extra thing. If we could have 3 traits, I would include it. But we can only have 2, and I don't want to... And while I do love animals and talking to them, and I absolutely do recommend this playthrough for people who are interested in playing this game themselves, I don't want to read a bunch of extra dialogue. I wanna get through as much as we can, and not give myself extra work. So, as much as we love the animals, given it's Ren'Py, I bet one could console command their way into an extra free trait. Probably, but I'm not going to be doing that regardless. Yeah, the other traits, powerful build, tough as nails, the pinnacle of fitness, strength build, an opposing presence, a mean right hook, street smart, good at lying and hard to lie to, fast talker, you can read people and read the room, and no door can hold you. But we're gonna go with mystical, strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. Third bullet point, autistic. Read people and read. Oh wow, neurotypical build. Kinda. Also, just the masking build. I can read people and read the room fairly well, generally speaking. And I'm definitely not neurotypical. No, I know. And case in point, in me not being neurotypical, I recognize that you're joking, and I wanted to over-explain it anyway. There it is. What can you do? Booksmart, well-read and rational. Possess a wealth of esoteric knowledge and know when to use it. A talented researcher. Yeah, God, so fucking real. It's like, yes, I know we are probably on the same page. I know I probably don't need to explain this, but the number of times throughout my life where I have been misunderstood and needed to explain myself in very fine detail, lest I be ostracized once again, it leads me to make sure I do that at all times, whether it's necessary or not. What can you do? Anyway, we're spending a lot of time in Character Create. Let's get going. We're gonna be mystical and book smart for this playthrough. Bean, our non-binary friend from Beanstown, has a knack for the strange and unusual. They interact with the mystical on a regular basis. And in addition to that, they are very well read and well learned. They think through things rationally. They possess a wealth of esoteric knowledge and know when to use it. And they are a talented researcher. A goth nerd build. Funny you should say that. Let's continue. We've had so many conversations that were not being held in good faith to us. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again, and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl Ann Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. But it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life. There was no choice to be made, because you were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. The mystical in parentheses means that is from our trait. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland, looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Wait, what? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like for real. And geez, you ever just get so mad you just want to like kill somebody? I never feel that way, no. I have never wanted to kill anyone. You're young. You'll get it when somebody tries to break your heart someday. It changes a person. Makes them think things they never thought they could. I honestly could have killed that woman. Ha! Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. Always wanted to go there. Booksmart, have you thought about seeing a therapist? What's wrong with you? Honestly, I kind of like the thought of just being direct with this asshole. This is a very rude thing to just randomly say to someone, but this is a very rude person, and I want to be rude to them. Have you thought about seeing a therapist? Maybe it would help if you talked with someone about these feelings. Someone professional. I'm not licensed or anything, but it seems like you might have a personality disorder. It might be worth looking into. Nah, I don't need to do that kind of stuff. Bus strangers are the best therapists. I feel a lot better after talking to you. I don't. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? I'm coming home. My mother fled this place many years ago, but she's gone now, and I can feel it calling me back. Some things can only be put off for so long. Hi, Gopsy. The young man anxiously shifts in his seat. For one perceptible moment, it's his turn to feel uncomfortable, before he catches himself and heartily laughs. Oh, you must be talking about Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in the mountains. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around, so if you aren't getting off at my stop, you must be headed up that way. Almost nobody ever goes there. I'm usually alone on the bus by now. Though, actually, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. Let's see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die! He looks back at his phone, for once focused on something other than you, thank God. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. I won't. Here, I have something for you. No thanks. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts! I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. No thanks. You put your hand up to say no. I'm not really hungry. There's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal, assuming nothing goes wrong. Best to have them on hand. The young man sets the peanuts down on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend! Get hit by a bus. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. This is so not aesthetic. This is such a gross... Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though, for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. I have to think of voices. I'm probably mostly going to copy Gobsy's voices. But I also don't remember all of Gobsy's voices. Hey, Bean. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Let's start saving. Don't mind. Here, I'm just gonna go ahead. Get rid of all these little spoilers here. Tabby's grumpy and sharp sounding. Yeah, she sure is. Frown a lot while you talk. It helps. Nice. Got it. And she looks annoyed to be here. Definitely not the top option. Not for this character. I'm gonna go with, hey, Tabitha. Come on. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. Great advice, by the way, Gobsy. Frown a lot while you talk. That is the easiest way to get into character. 100%. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Bitch face. Go full bitch face. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. This is where... how are you holding up? Fine. You don't have to bottle your grief like that. I like going with the trait options, and we're kind of moving to make this character lean into their traits. So we're gonna go with the trait options as often as they are available and make sense. You don't have to bottle your grief like that. I'm not bottling anything. I'm just more emotionally mature than you. So... the funeral... it's on Sunday, right? Yep. Like I told you. Have you worked out all the details yet? Mm-hmm. Taken care of. Don't need any help. This is the worst possible. Like, it's there, like, as, break the ice, you know, break the tension a little bit. Not the vibe, not the person for it. And I don't really feel like being conversational here either, with the character I've chosen, so we're gonna remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. Yeah, right? True. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you, someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges, and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. Hi, Patch. Hope you enjoyed this. I do. I've heard good things. I've only played Slay the Princess, but that was amazing, so I can only assume this is just as good. So I have actually played through, the available chapters for this game once already on my own. And I just felt like, doing a new run on stream. I didn't even notice, Gobsy. I'm just clicking. I haven't played Slay the Princess yet, but I very much want to. But yeah, this one's great. I can definitely attest. I'm sure they are both fantastic. In fact, I know they are, because I've seen some of Slay the Princess. And now I'm gonna boop her nose on purpose. I already said that. Also, thank you, and happy Halloween. The architecture reminds me of the Biltmore estate. The architecture here is breathtaking. Chateau-esque style reminiscent of the Biltmore estate. Color me marginally impressed. I didn't have you pegged as cultured. Believe it or not, this estate actually predates the Biltmore by nearly 3 decades. It used to be the crown jewel of the region. But times change and the attentions of the masses are ever so fickle. Shall we begin the tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. As Tabitha speaks, your eyes are drawn to the windows and the overgrown garden outside. Dread and anxiety grip your lungs, and you can almost feel the ground beneath you start to slip. This place is a step away from being swallowed up, and vanishing forever. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Ooh, we get 2 mystic options. Awesome. Don't touch her safe foods. I know, right? This place isn't safe. And I don't mean that in the sense of it being perched on a literal cliff. Something is wrong here. Okay, geez, I get it. You think it's messy. I'll tell Janie to be more thorough this week. You should know there's only so much anyone can do with a country house this old. It's always going to be a little grimy and worn, unlike your sleek city apartments. A little dirt bothers you. You're going to have a rough time this week. actually don't hate that, but I do want to see what the other mystical option does. I can feel the weight of the world pulling down on this place. As if the entire estate is a step away from crumbling to dust. Hi, Zathy. Thank you. This looks like the same dialogue. It is the same dialogue. Thank you for the resub, Zathy. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. Good to see you. Happy Halloween. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Sweet. Thanks. Cool. Good talk. Alright. What's next? Yeah, happy Frankenstein Day. Bathroom. Follow me. Oh, great. It's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou-Frou. Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. I know better than to go against the cat advice. If someone tells you about their cat and not to touch it, believe them. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. One day I will pet that cat. I know, me too. Not this character, but some character. I will be brave. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must, if you must. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Never mind. I don't need to go. You aren't desperate enough for this. You know, on second thought, I don't think I need to go. You might as well try, since we're here. Nah, I'm good, really. Nah, I'm good. You leave the bathroom to rejoin your cousin and finish the tour. You still have to go, but it can wait until later. Maybe you'll sneak out to the garden. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone has died here. No, people have died in here. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. People have died here, haven't they? I sense a heavy spiritual fog hanging over this room. People have died here, haven't they? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously, people have died here. The room is nice. Thank you. Good. You should be honored to stay in a historic landmark such as this. Every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. Boop. This is not an IKEA bedroom or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. I guess I'll start to get settled. That's my thought, too. People have died everywhere. Yeah, the house has been here for 150 years. Someone has died in here. Yeah. But the fact that we can feel it, sure, ain't that neat. Ain't that cool. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Is there a library in the estate? I couldn't bring too many books with me, and I'm not sure what else I should do with my time. There is, but as I said earlier, most of this building is off limits. And the library is in the West Wing, which is extra off limits. You're better off heading into town. I'm pretty sure there's a library there. Can you take me into town? Do you think you could take me to town before you leave? No, it's just down the hill. You can walk there yourself. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. Requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. I'm not gonna say any of these. I'm just gonna remain silent. Whatever your thoughts may be on Tabitha's work situation, you decide it's best to keep them to yourself. Is there anything else you'd like to bother me with before I leave, or are we good? Are you sure you're okay? Hey, are you sure you're doing okay? You seem kind of upset. I'm fine. I just need to get back to work. You decide to let Tabitha leave for work. Are we all set then? I'll see you tonight. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you. You and this sprawling, decrepit estate. Go straight to the forbidden wings of the estate. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the forbidden wings of the estate. I want books. I want library. I want books. Except for the locks and chains sealing them shut. Damn. Settle into your room. Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. Don't go here? Bet. Got it. Not a problem. Alright, bye. cool. See ya. Hello, library wing. You stand at the entrance to your room. Let's check the closet. Told us not to use it, but we can look in there, right? You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Pick up the doll, or leave it be. My character is mystic and book smart. They know better. Some things are best left untouched. You close the closet behind you. Put your spare clothes in the dresser. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum? A possum lurks within. It is quiet but angry. Oh, pardon me. You gently close the drawer, leaving the marsupial in peace. This drawer belongs to the possum, and there's nothing you can do about it. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. As good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice, clean bag, but there's no going back now. Let's take a look at the painting. It's right above us. We're at the dresser. Let's just take a look at it. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. I know, it's a good possum, but we cannot speak to animals, so... maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Look out the window. Winder. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah. You'd definitely do that. Just not right now. Anyway, see ya. Doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. Let's head back to the kitchen. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly like what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. Let's approach Frou Frou. The cat hisses as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frou Frou's spot on the counter. You back away from Frou Frou, trying not to make any sudden movements. I believe you, Gobsy. Honestly, if you are a person who could say that to me, and I would be like, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, no, you probably would. All of that. It makes sense. Not me. I would totally think all those things, like, oh, here's what I could do to make this place beautiful. And then, you know, I like computer. I like book. I like computer. Fuck a garden. Check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Garden. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. You're return to the kitchen. And then in executives, dis your function. Exactly. Hey, leave me at a manor house with a cousin who hates me for a funeral? I need to be outside now. Exactly. Yeah. No, I get it. On second thought, you're not actually hungry anymore. Not enough to bother making yourself a PB&J. The state of this kitchen has put you off eating, possibly forever. Maybe it's time to do something else. Might as well head into town. Not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. Only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though, maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to town. The hauler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town. But its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Puppy, 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 creature, animal. Puppy, puppy, creature, animal. Puppy, 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 puppy. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. True. Oh, shit! Oh, they have emotes. That's wonderful. Spoons. Spoons haunted. Gretchen! Pet the dog. A pug! She's so cute! I love pugs. She's so cute. Thanks. She is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out, and she's got a couple of weird growths. But for a 17-year-old pug, that's pretty good. That's amazing. 17? That's incredible. It sure is. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? But what am I doing? Got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new that I entirely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up on the hauler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Her awful dog noises, I know. Gretch, I know. Introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Bean. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? It's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her all alone up in that big house. The Gretchen beast. True. Oh, I love this answer. Oh, I love this answer. Mystical is fun. Okay. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? Did I hear you right? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. She's in conflict with herself. Whoever I met today isn't the real Tabitha. I hope you mean that metaphorically? Tell you the truth, she's always been a little rough around the edges. But most people don't really catch on to that. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. I'm increasingly seeing that Mystical is autistic with a special interest in the occult. Right. Most of the options are autistic, but with a special interest in fitness. Autistic, but with a special interest in animals. Autistic, but with a special interest in, hot. And that's me. My special interest is, being hot. The concept, anyway. It will probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? No, Gobsy. I wanted to do a 3-trait run, but I hadn't realized... I will. Thank you, Shiny. To answer your question, I wanted to do a 3-trait run, but, I hadn't realized that it doesn't let you use the options for, like, the major decisions, which is something that I want to explore, more, so, I decided not to. It's something that I might do, you know, after I've seen more of what the different traits can do, in terms of major narrative beats. Because having multiple traits for different combos and stuff is a cool idea. I still think it's a cool incentive, a neat thing. But yeah, I just didn't really feel like it, going straight there, because I kind of want to see what ways all the different traits can affect things, in major ways. Okay. Let's take a BRB. It is time. It is that time. I will be right back. I am going to... You know what I'm going to do? Let me add the game's music. Oh. Sorry. Oh, his just came out. There we go. Okay. I'll leave the game music going. And, I will be back shortly. Please enjoy. I'm gonna use the restroom and get more water and do a little stretchy. And we'll be right back, and we'll continue our story. Our Hallows Bean Eve activity. Be right back. Hello. I'm back. Give me a moment to take a sip of water. I've been doing a lot of reading and talking. Okay. Forgot I was muted. But only for a moment. Hello, hello. Is that... Am I imagining things, or is there a single white pixel? Is that just my cursor in the game or something? I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna not worry about it. Okay. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Punk. Punk. Fuck. I was Puck. And she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. I was Punk, and she did ballet. Can it be any more obvious? Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Sure. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. A cab, true. Being a book-smart, occult, autistic nerd, we are going to quietly and uncomfortably, awkwardly, slide into the nearest booth. Kidders, hi! Thank you for the raid. Hello, hello. Hallow's Bean. That's what we got. Halloween is here. True. Perfect. Hi. I hope you had a good stream. How did art go? How did your arting go? Hello. Thank you for raid. Hi, Dreki. Hi, Jess. It's good to see you. It went well. Good. I love silently stare at the patrons to defiantly autistic type response. Yeah. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. If you, I know you were probably working for a couple hours. if you gotta raid and run, go take care of yourself. Lurk, do whatever. Please feel free. But thanks for bringing my friends on over. Hi, Jess. Hi, Drecky. It's good to see you. I'm gonna go back to Lurk Sea Serpent Sea. Yeah, no worries. I highly recommend it. If you like visual novels of a horror bent, this one is a very good one. It's by the same devs that made Slay the Princess. If you've heard of that one, which was quite popular, has been quite popular. Same people made this one. They're both very good, so I do recommend them. But yeah, we're going to continue our little story. Thank you. 100%. Yeah. Hi, Kasara. Hello. Can I get one Sunday pancake special, please? Right. Slay the Princess has been on my to play 100%. Yeah. Me too. It's on there now for me for sure. I need to play Slay the Princess still. So many games to play, only so much time. I know the feeling. Yeah. Gobsy is what inspired me to end up getting into it. I was watching them stream it and really liked this one. And have since seen them also play Slay the Princess, and I very much want to try that as well. And worth noting, both of those games are on sale on Steam, and they're also a bundle if you want. Not required as a bundle, but if you get them in a bundle, they're a little bit cheaper. Woohoo! Anyway, let's continue. You slide into the nearest booth, pretending that you didn't notice everyone in the diner gawking at you like they'd just seen Bigfoot. No need to be so shy. They don't meet many strangers. It's kind of a big deal when someone new wanders into town. Especially since, well, they probably all know what you're here for, and by extension, who you're related to. Look at this asshole. Look at this asshole whispering about me. ACAB, 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 ACAB. I wonder if they drove here. Or if they got a cab. A cab. A cab. Even if you don't know anybody, it's not easy keeping secrets in a town this size. Hey, Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They gracefully place a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Look at her go. Look at her. She look at the bacons. I love Gretchen. I love her with all my heart. I'm so excited. See, I wanted this run, Gobsy, you asked about it being a 3-trait run. I had originally wanted this to be a Mystic Booksmart Talk to Animals run. But once I found out that they wouldn't affect the major decisions, I was like, I'd better just do the 2 traits. It's so great that that's the moment where they teach you about how to hide the UI. They know what they're doing. If you want to see the dog lick the Spakins, press H on your keyboard or middle mouse click. Anything for you? Hold on, I'm trying to decide. So firstly, God, am I the type of book nerd? You know, no, I hate The exact moment you want to hide the UI is when they teach you. It's perfect. Literally. Look at her. Look at this face. God. This is not. See, we be neurodivergent, and we're book smart, and we do have a bent for the occult. But we are not a pedant. We are not a pedant. Well, she said the biscuits were really good, and it's been a long car ride, a long bus ride. So a coffee wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, this may be right, but you have just met this person. This is tactically inadvisable. Yeah. Could I have a biscuit and a coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the county. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? It gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. Trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. Always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. It's great. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night. I forgot about this. Right. So that's a fun thing to look forward to. How many... 2 more chapters till we get to that? Fuck. I need more. I need more. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral, too, so it'll be a special occasion. I know, Gobsy, I know. Scary skeleton party. Let's go. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm sorry, did you say reading adventure? I'm sorry, did you just say the library has a reading adventure? Yeah, Oscar's all about keeping things on theme. So this month it's a bunch of ghost stories. I think he's calling it Spooky Bookies. You know, like how a ghost would say it. I love that. It's okay, Bean. 2026? I thought you said 2025. Oh, wait. 2026 for Saturday. Yeah, right. 2025 should be Friday. Yeah, okay. If they're doing one a year, that's not bad. Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh my god, that's perfect. Cool. We should check it out this week. But that's really just an afternoon. Any idea what you want to do for the rest of the week? How's the general selection at the library? 6 and 7 together in 2026. Very good. Thank you for the scoop. I did not know. That's awesome. Oh, that's very exciting. Good. How's the selection at the library outside of the reading adventure stuff? I'm kind of autistic about books. It's great. I spent a lot of time there myself. In fact, I was working in the library most of the morning. Ran into you just as I was leaving. Oscar does a great job stocking the place. Once he gets to know you, he'll compile these big lists of books he thinks you'd like, and he's always right. You might as well label the sections by townsperson. For me, it's a bunch of books on cryptids and weird supernatural stuff. Managed to track down some really rare sources. Sniffa books, yeah. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Thanks, it looks great. Thanks, Avery, it looks great. Mystical. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it is good. Divinity given buttery form. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. I know, Traves. Whoa. Whoa. I'm going nonverbal. Whoa, this is a really good biscuit. Wow, true Moobot. Yeah, ghee! It's ghee! Gamamon would love this biscuit. Are you kidding me? He would go crazy for this biscuit. Little man. Moobot is so correct. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Like, wow. Ghee. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not going to go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Yeah. I know the feeling. The long sigh. I'm a YouTuber. I hope I don't have to explain this to you or hear your weird takes about it. Wait, what? What kind of videos do you do? Oh, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, Bean. It's amazing. Wait. How did you know my name? You know, I really wouldn't bother them about it. You choose to ignore Avery mentioning your name before you'd been introduced. It's a small town. Word probably gets around. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. Not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. No, I do not know Mr. Beast. God. Okay. Do you know that one famous YouTuber whose name I know? No. Why would I? There's billions of people on the platform. Shut up. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. But the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River. And that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. The size and shape of the creature's body tells you it's likely a predator, and it's definitely not a wolf. You seem to recall that mountain lions used to live up here. Who's to say if there aren't a few left? Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've ever seen. I also had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Can I fish it up? Yeah, shiny. We be fishing. I hope we get to meet some Fresno nightcrawlers. They are such a delightful cryptid. I don't know that one. I believe you. Maybe it's a mountain lion. It's definitely got that predator shape inside. Look at her scowl. She hates this. Maybe it's a mountain lion. It's definitely got that predator shape and size, and there used to be a population in North Carolina. No, no way. It is absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions left this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth, and found Jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but it's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Yeah, hi Ark, Pumpkin Bean. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. Wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? Pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait! No spoilers. Oops, sorry, Avery. It's okay, I should probably... Oh, sorry. It's okay, I should probably get back to it instead of standing and chatting with friends. See you all around. Now that the coast is clear... They're like if Pants was an animal? What? That rules. I'm going after Skunk Ape. Doesn't Skunk Ape live in Florida? Ooh, stinky. But doesn't Skunk Ape live in Florida? See, this is the like not a pedant, but would question things of this nature. That monster that's returning for MH Wilds. I think which one you mean. What, Rajong? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up on news. I'm not really avoiding it. I'm just not. Oh, Congo la la la. Gotcha. I'm not avoiding it or like avoiding spoilers necessarily, but I'm also not going out of my way. An ape that has fart attacks. Hell yeah. Fardanon. But yeah, I just haven't seen much from it. Because I know I'm gonna buy it. And if I inundate myself with its content too much, I'm just gonna start rattling the bars of my enclosure waiting for it to finally release. Like, there's no like, I'm definitely gonna. I can't wait to play Gunlance in that. But I don't need to torture myself. I don't need to tantalize myself. Okay. But doesn't Skunk Ape live in Florida? Oh, you know your stuff, don't you? I knew you'd make a great partner. It mostly lives in Florida, but there have been sightings as far north as Virginia. While I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. She sure is. Gretch is contemplating her life choices. I think she just wants more bacon. So, what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? That depends. Will Gretchen be there? Of course! It's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Say no more. I'm in. I love dog. I love animal. I love dog. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started a channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll be kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks, and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible. We had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. Boop. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. So I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole, if he's up for it. You mind if I make a quick call? Yes. Okay. Well, go ahead. Whatever. Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? It feels like it's been forever. Aw, man. I'm sorry to hear that. You want me to come by, or...? Okay, if you're really sure. But if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. They're Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for skunk ape. We could take the easier trails, if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring them. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. Foreshadow. It's called... foreshadowing. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome, I'll make it happen. Controversial take, but I think it is so good and cool when there is a dog or an animal. I agree. Yeah, me too. You're so brave, yeah. How could they say something so controversial yet so brave? Because they are based and true and correct. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika's much easier to track down, since she's at the general store basically every day. She's hot and, like, a goth and stuff. I bet you'd get along. True. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You paused before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Leave a tip. Leave a generous tip. You can't afford to leave a tip. Don't leave a tip. You didn't even spend any money. Isn't like a super important decision, but... Let me consider. Honestly, I've always been a good tipper, even at my most awkward and neurodivergent and mentally ill and incapable of interacting. It's just always... Honestly, the anxiety just makes me tip better because I don't want anyone to think I'm a shitter. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. It's $5. It's not that big a deal. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Aw, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. True. You're right, I should riz up Avery. Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. Cool. Cool picture. Look at it. There's house. There's the house we're staying at, looking very dangerous and scary. There's a church, I guess. Bunch of bullshit. Bunch of other ones. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel a sense of foreboding. You feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, not dwell too much on this strange feeling. It's called... Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record. Since last year, at least. Ain't that just the way? Every year's the hottest year. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet, until the next summer. It always finds a way to be so much worse. True. Just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Kinda curious. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like Skunk Ape. You're really expecting to find anything? Ain't that just the way? True. Ain't that just the way? Are you really expecting to find anything? Out here? What are the chances we actually run into a skunk ape in just one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? Like ghosts and whatnot? Like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. Always just me and my camera in an old house, getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad. I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist. Because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope that's just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? What do you think about aliens? Izzy moment. Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. We're not alone out here, but everything is cut from the same cloth. Whoa. You've got to meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. Yeah, she seems nice. kind of want to see... I don't hate that, but let me... aliens exist, but I'm not sure they've come to Earth. I do believe aliens exist, but I'm not too sure they visited Earth. The chance that anything beyond a single-celled organism exists anywhere close enough to realistically travel to Earth, combined with the even smaller chance of those life forms existing at the same time as us, combined with the even smaller chance that those organisms have invented and perfected space travel to the extent that they can casually visit other worlds, those chances are low. Let me just say that much. Low, but not zero. Wink! Anyway, agree to disagree, but I've heard some neat stories. I know somebody who knows somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. Suddenly it looked like daylight outside. Then this metallic, egg thing appeared, floating in front of his truck. He passed out, and when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. Like I'd never even been there. It was just smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's a second-hand source, but there's plenty more like it, and if they are true... I'm still skeptical. I don't know. You knew the guy personally, I might be more likely to believe you. Fair enough. It's a fun story, though. I've got some neat interviews I can show you when we get back from the woods that might be a little more up your alley. Honestly, again... this one feels a little too... It's not quite the vibe I'm going for here. We're trying to thread the line here. Thread the needle. Walk the line, whatever. I liked this one more. Just the, fucking ominous, mysterious thing to say. And, whoa, you've got to meet my friend Gunika's mom. Good. She's such a dork, I kind of love her. I know. Yeah, she's kind of great. She honestly might be, if I end up going for a romance option this run, which I might just be an Arrow character, honestly. I don't know. Or demi-romantic and it's too early. Much too soon. Low but not zero is a valid point. Statistically improbable things do inevitably occur over long enough timescales. Yeah. Yeah, but also... has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually just skunks, who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. He was fine. Only took a couple of months to heal. You know? And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie, she's not. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was the time I accidentally stumbled into Old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. That happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. Wink. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Hold on. Are you sure it's safe? I'm sorry, did you just say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe here? Yeah, it's just the South. You know, I'm a little surprised to see you getting cold feet. I know we just met, but I had you pegged as pretty adventurous. I really wouldn't worry about Duke, though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well, and these trails are a ways off from his farm. And if it makes you feel any better, I've been out on the trails with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the woods when he walks. We'll hear him long before he sees us. The wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is the occasional black bear, even they scare easy. But hey, there's no point worrying about whatever bad stuff may happen to us. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as can be. I even carry bear mace. If you're as prepared as you can be, why give in to your anxiety when you can have fun instead? It's not like being anxious ever stops anything bad from happening. In my experience, all it does is make the bad things worse. The only thing you can do is tell yourself, this has happened. There's no going back to before this bad thing happened. And then you work on making things better. Anyway, all this is to say we're good. Don't worry. Did you hear that? It's called... foreshadowing. Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were... some sort of creature of darkness? Nah, girlie. Just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry I asked. And who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't... Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all head on back to town, you hear? It's best you steer clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? This fucking face? No. Fuck you. Gretchen's just doing dog stuff in the background as you talk. Yeah, it's great. Oh, what the dog doing? Slug would be all over this old freak. God, you're probably right. I know you're right. Wild. I do not find this man attractive. Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put the damn camera down. That's his own business. Yeah, true sus. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you've listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night, yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week, and I can't afford to lose any more than that. I'm so sorry to hear that. But, wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now, see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 90s. Even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTubes saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They're calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. I'll make you eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. You're not even good enough to be my fake. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. As Duke's words leave his mouth, a sinking feeling starts to pull at your stomach, and you glimpse brief flashes of something terrible to come. Whatever it is, the four of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you forever. Rad. There's something waiting for us deeper in the woods. Yeah, I know. I'm hunting it. What if it's not a mountain lion, though? What if it's... Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins, using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. You want that to be his legacy, girl? Guys, you know my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. Week on days, and the chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it if I don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. You know I have to... And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. As Duke and Stella dig their feet in, the feeling from before gains form and clarity. Somebody here is going to die tonight. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. See, I was thinking about changing my option, but it turned back around. I don't like it. I don't like it again. Hold on, let me remind myself what the other one. I don't think this night ends well. I kind of like that exchange, honestly. I'm just gonna keep it. One of us is going to die tonight. One of us here is going to die tonight. What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to threaten me? I don't know. No, of course not. I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. A weird, bad feeling. Whoa. Are you psychic or something? Those are all really good. I will care myself, thank you. Obviously, they're both wrong. It's a far-ranging chupacabra. True. I don't believe for a fucking second that this man knows what a YouTube comment is. I do. I mean, this is the neighbor girl, right? She would have explained it to him at some point and showed it to him. Yeah, these are all just magic 8 balls. Very good. The thing about old guys in a small town is that the youngsters would have showed them at some point. Hi, Claudel. Good to see you. Hello, hello. I hope you had a good time playing Fart Simulator 2018. It's wonderful to see you. We're just doing a little spooky story tonight. A little scary adventure. Whoa. Are you a psychic or something? Maybe. I do get a lot of weird feelings, especially before bad things are about to happen. I've been having more of them than usual for the past week, now that I think about it. Oh, hush. There ain't no such thing as psychics. You're just trying to unsettle me, so I let y'all go off in the woods to film your little video. Bean, I think you've freaked Duke out enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. I am not freaked out by your friend's theatrics, but if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along home and stay out of trouble. Especially with these two clearly having an established dynamic. Yeah, there's a clear implied. Yeah. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get around him. Lead the way. Actually, let me think about this. Because with the mystic feeling I just got, I think I would actually, try and steer her away. I think there would actually be an attempt to be like, we're not gonna go that far. We're not gonna silence. I like this one. Are you sure you don't want to, watch a movie instead or something? Wouldn't you rather go home and hang out, maybe with a movie? I'm a lot less comfortable going out into the woods now that I know we'll be sharing them with a guy who will shoot anything that moves. And that I know one of us will die tonight. Oh, you don't have to worry about old Duke. I've been out tracking with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. We can always do a movie night later, but right now, my viewers come first. They demand cryptids, and I'm duty-bound to give them what they so crave. Look at Gretchen. There's no shaking you, is there? Oh, fine. There's no shaking you, is there? I'll just follow me until I finally relent and go monster hunting with you. I promise it'll be fun and safe. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? He hands you the camera and takes position. The only thing with less self-preservation than a protagonist. A YouTuber. True. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Bean, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. The mysterious Bean. I know. Gretchen, look at her. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. That's so YouTube. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. The mysterious Bean. I totally did not read that last night. Hold on. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you. Something unavoidable. It's called foreshadowing. Though what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. Biodiversity. Pushes up my glasses. Nerd ass nerd. I'm digging the mystical vibe more than the book vibe. Give me a snooze. Give me a 5 or 10. I'm gonna go mystical. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong in the air. It feels oppressive. Dark. You don't happen to mean stinky, do you? Uh-oh. You think you're smelling the skunk cave? No, more like a storm is coming. No, something metaphorically oppressive and dark. Yep, well, it's gotta be skunk ape. No. No, more like a storm is coming. Don't worry, I checked the weather this morning and we're in for a beautiful cloudless night. It really is the perfect time for a hike. Cryptid bimbo, cryptid bimbo, cryptid bimbo. Unless you mean a metaphorical storm. I don't think weather radar picks up on those. But either way, my gut usually warns me if I'm going to run into trouble, and I feel A-okay. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud percussive snort. I will take this moment to point towards the content warning. Remind everyone that this is a horror game, and there are content warnings regarding to, or in relation to animals, animal harm, and such. And if you want to see a full list, they are at the website linked in my pin. And if you can't see the pin, I can paste it. But here's a little advanced warning for you. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Whoa, is that a deer? I've seen videos of them making that spooky little warning snort, but I've never heard it in person. There was. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. If she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I'm afraid they don't. That's some sort of a cyst or something? Was that some sort of a cyst or something? It looked bad. Yeah, I think you're right. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor? It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. There's not much we can do about it. I know why she brings Gretchen with her. That's not... I want to maintain the mysterious vibe here. It's never too late to turn back. I don't actually think I'm really cut out for this sort of thing. Those deer genuinely spooked me. I don't know if you want me weighing you down. Be so hard on yourself. You just aren't accustomed to the sounds of the forest yet. When you go on your first few night hikes, everything sounds like some horrible monster, just waiting for an opportunity to shred you to bits. But eventually you realize it's mostly deer and raccoons, with horrible, large, unexplainable tumors or abscesses. Which probably won't go after you. Here, let's take a quick snack break before we get into the night's activities. Maybe some food will help settle your nerves. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Okay. Um. Okay. I will go ahead. This is a good moment. I kind of just wanted to get to a natural like break in the tension. Uh, so this is a good moment. Uh, to go pass. Uh, uh, uh. Mm, mm, mm. Um. Oh, except you don't have game music right now. But that's okay. Uh, uh, uh. I will boo right back. I'm gonna go ahead and get tunes going. Let's not do up here. Okay, have a good sleep, Traves. Thank you for hanging out. Piss time, piss time. Yep, I am gonna go ahead and go piss and get some water. And we'll be right back. Hang tight. Boo. Hi. I'm back. Sorry about that. Ah, ah, ah. Meow. Okay. Go back to it. Wah. Sorry. One moment. There we go. Okay. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open the bag of assorted snacks. Trail mix, extra M&Ms, snack bar, dried apricots, sesame sticks. No thanks, I'm not really hungry. I personally would never turn down a trail mix, especially one that says extra M&Ms on it. I'm I'm a chocolate whore. I'll eat that shit. You grab the trail mix. Classic choice. It never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff, and I use dried cherries instead of raisins. Maybe it's a bit of a controversial pick, but even as someone who's passionate about dried fruit, I simply cannot abide raisins. Based, 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 based. Yes, finally. Someone who gets it. Raisins are glorified mouse droppings. They destroy everything they touch. Definitely. Any other dried fruit is better. Glad to finally meet a fellow preserved fruit connoisseur who can appreciate my refined taste and trail mix. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. Look at all of the stars up in the sky. Huh. What are those? I'm sure it's nothing. I like raisins, but I like most dried fruit. That's fair. I am not a raisins fan. Honestly, you want to know what's weird? I liked them more as a kid than I do now. I was less against a raisin, but at this point, I'm just like, I've grown weary. I've grown world weary. I have no time left for raisins. Our time here is short, and I'm not gonna waste it eating a raisin when I could eat literally anything else. So tell me what it's like in Beanstown. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Bean. My favorite fruit is dried mango. Fair. Missed opportunity to turn to Stella like, hey, YouTube idea. Go home and do a dried fruit trail mix tier list. Right, yeah. Hey, let's get out of here and go dry some fruit. That sounds way more fun than ominous premonition. I live alone in a D&D studio apartment. I live in a closet. Doors in this basement. So the one I normally do is dingy studio apartment. I'm kind of... I'm kind of curious how literal this is meant. If I'm, like, houseless, or... But we'll go with that. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. I almost want to leave it at that. But I think her occultist nerd bookworm would genuinely, for myself, like genuinely just living in your own box, not have anyone to bother you. Like, it doesn't really matter what quality the box is, as long as you can read your books or your internets. Who gives a shit? It's fine. I love it. It's a little cramped. The lights flicker. The toilet is constantly getting backed up because the lady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, but it's mine. I mean, technically, I guess it's the landlady's. Sorry, the land leeches. The leech ladies. But I don't have to share it with anybody. It's a mess, but it's my mess, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, that's a great way to look at things. I can't imagine what it'd be like to share your place with people you don't know. Speaking of, it's gotta be wild staying with Tabby for both of you. Boop. So, what do you do for a living? Oh, okay. What do I do for a living? Honestly? Huh. I think I like student. I'm trying to decide between student and teacher because I think these are both good for the vibe we've got going. Honestly, I'm kind of picturing like a grad student. In the arts. Someone who's just like really autistic about words and books and literature, classic literature, things of that sort, who just loves learning about it and is literally a grad student. They've gotten their bachelor's and they still just, they want to learn more. They want to learn more shit. So they just don't want to leave. Let's see. I'm still in school. I've got a work-study program thing going on right now that keeps me going. Sometimes I participate in research studies that throw a cool $20 my way. Oh yeah? I've always wondered what it'd be like to study at a big city school. I don't know if it would be literature grad specifically, but a language arts, something. Yeah, I feel like something languagey makes sense. Living in a dorm with a bunch of people your age, staying out late and eating pizza, meeting people from around the world. I guess you're not doing the dorm part. But I couldn't leave these beautiful woods behind. It's my home, and I love it here. I think leaving would just make me miss it. So, what do you study? No idea. Mood? Me and my college days, for real. For real. No idea. I'm just here. Because I'm supposed to be. English. I think literally just English. English. Oh, neat. So you study books and stuff? Okay. There's some interesting particulars. Yeah, I'm a writer too. I couldn't figure out what else to do. I love it, but I'm nervous about what I'll do after I graduate. Honestly, that seems the most true to life. Yeah, I love it, but I am a little nervous about what I'll do after I graduate. You know, English major doesn't pay the bills or whatever. Haha, all the people at my old school discouraged me from becoming an English major myself. Ha ha ha. Oh, anxious younger Bean did not let herself do what she wanted to do. They would have been very happy studying books and being an English major, but everyone said that was a bad idea and that won't get you any jobs. So I chickened out and caved to peer pressure instead of doing something I would have loved. But what can you do? I love it, but I'm nervous about what I'll do after I graduate. I'm nervous about everything. I'm depressed. I have gender dysphoria. Everything's a mess. I love what I do, but I'm more than a little nervous about what I'll do after I graduate. Oh, here you go. Maybe I'll get another degree or go into teaching. Literally, this is like exactly the vibe that I'm thinking for the character I'm playing here. I love what I do, but I'm more than a little nervous about what I'll do after I graduate. Maybe I'll just keep being a fucking student or teach students so I can kind of keep being a student. Yeah, I did the thing that was supposed to get me a job and then didn't. Yeah, I tried to. I tried to do the thing that was supposed to get me cool tech jobs. And then I burned out and dropped out. And played WoW instead. Fuck Actibliz, but I had at the time. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. Actually, the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. And I'm glad I could keep it in the family. And yeah, I did kinda almost sorta half accidentally, or half, I did fully accidentally half say memories, somewhere between memories and memories, but I didn't mean boobs. I mean, there are pictures of women in my room, but I meant memories. Anyway, my great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job, because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Pleasant memories. It could be worse. I did the thing that got me the cool tech job and it broke my soul. I know that's what would have happened, yeah. Dropping out did not break my soul. But also I get where you're coming from. I want to be a game dev. Game dev is unrealistic. Be a comp sci major. To boy rotting pipeline. Kasara felt like literally pretty much exactly that. I want to be a game dev. Game dev is weird. Being a gamer is weird in the mid-2000s. People look at you funny if you say you want to make games. So I guess I'll be a comp sci major and try and get cool jobs there. And then, this sucks. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna change my major, but I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it, and I don't really know what I want to do, and I kind of wish I was a girl. So I'm just gonna play this video game where I can pretend to be a girl all the time, instead of do any of the things that I only half want to do. I'm thinking, these stories about what the machinery of capitalism does to people might mean capitalism is flawed? Huh. You might have a point there, sus. You might have a point there. Yeah. Yeah. Do you live alone? Do you live alone there? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore, and the Holler's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh geez, I'm so sorry. maybe education shouldn't traumatize people. Just an idea. Yeah. It would be nice. Oh, because they're dead? I know. We're not that on. We're not that flavor of neurodivergent. And I've done my morning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. It's honestly, I kind of love it. All the different options and the different ways you can have complete lack of tact. That really flesh out your personality. It's honestly really good. I kind of like it. Because sometimes you don't want to have it. Sometimes, like, you get into a vibe with a person and you just end up feeling like, I don't want to be fuck this person. I don't want to be tactful with them. And I can't imagine doing that with Stella, but, myself anyway. But other people very well may have. Other ones? I'm just gonna say, I don't want to pry. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know what else to say. I'm just so sorry. The Dead Moms Club again. Yeah, not for the last time. like spoiler warning, but it won't be the last time that option is given. Kind of wild, honestly. Just Dead Moms Club at everyone. Yeah. Whoa. I've just kind of. I kind of love this line of dialogue. Did I skip one? That's okay. I know it's weird, especially since we just met today. Whoa. Thank you, Lotto. I'll go ahead and take a sippy before I continue. Yeah. Hi, Kane. Hi. Honestly, it might, Gobsy. I think being a street smart dirtbag could very well be fun. Yeah, I hope your shift went well, Kane. Doing my stretch, and you. Okay. That sound wasn't meant for human ears. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen. But the events of this evening were already set in motion, long before you stepped foot in Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. Still wasn't great, but went better than expected. I'm glad. I'm glad that it went better. I'm sorry that it wasn't even better than that, but I'm glad you're home now. Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. There's something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me and let's check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2, 3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out Skunk Ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Okay. Okay. I've been going so hard on the Mystic train that I don't know that the Booksmart one feels right. I almost feel like a nervous "do we have to" would feel better. Clearly contradicting the previous repeated mystical. Yeah, are we about to discover a new animal? I never thought I'd get to scratch that one off my bucket list. Yeah, I don't think I would be so blasé about the mystical aspect at this point, considering how much we've leaned into it. I think rather than being accusatory like this, I think we would go with the sort of shy and nervous. Do we have to? Now's not the time to hesitate. If we're catching this thing, we've got to go now. Stella sprints into the woods in pursuit, leaving you no choice but to run after her, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Oof. Real dirtbag option. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no. That poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh, Jesus. It's still alive. So, we do have the mystic fear aspect, but we're also definitely a very curious person. We're a full-time student, someone who does a lot of reading, someone who is very naturally curious, and definitely wants to get a better look. You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken. Despite your fear, despite knowing that this is all fucked and someone is going to die, we would still have the need to see it, to understand it, to attempt to understand it. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to bite it if you don't stop her. You can be terrified and curious. Yeah, absolutely, yeah, they are not mutually exclusive by any means. In fact, you know, a thing that I like to say often, the synergy of bad vibes and need to know. Yeah, courage isn't the lack of fear. It is acting in spite of it. So our curiosity does spur us to acts of courage, in spite of the fear that we definitely have going on. And I would say it's less of like a scaredy, fearful, and more of just like a fully just, I have a bad vibe, I know something bullshit is gonna go down, and I would like to avoid it if I can. But, you know, seeing whatever's happened to this fucking bird might be the best way for me to do that. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Examine the growth. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. If you didn't know better, You'd say this could be some sort of parasitic growth, like a wasp laying eggs inside a caterpillar. I don't think it's necessary to look too closely at the other parts. Actually, nah. His poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Having investigated to your heart's content, you turn away to give Stella room to film. I know, poor thingy. I'm sorry for not giving another heads up about the content warning, but I figure if you're here along for the ride, you're you're ready to go. Please do, be aware of the content warnings. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. True. Me too, girly pop. Hey, do you hear that? Do you hear it, chat? What in Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? Sorry. Did y'all see what did this to her? We caught a glimpse of something earlier. And when we chased after it, it brought us here. Whatever did this to her, I think we can hear them in the trees. Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear me? I think they're coming closer. Come out, you sons of bitches! Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Come on, you, whatever your name is. Grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Quick! They're closing in on us! I have been given responsibility of an animal. Of a precious, aging animal. An old animal. And she is tugging against her leash with mysterious creatures all around us that have already been shown to be infecting animals with something. I went to help Duke, and I've had all of my premonitions about what could be happening tonight, but to my mind, that's his responsibility in this moment. My responsibility is taking care of this dog. And there's no universe in which I don't do that. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms, just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Duke is starting a fight, that's not your problem. He doesn't need to go straight for the gun. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. Certainly doesn't have to without the flashlight, and Stella was right there too. He could have waited and grabbed it. Yeah. God damn it! You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sounds of nature creep back in. Gretchen? Bean? Duke? Are you alright? This is not the vibe. Like, I like it, and it is mystical. We are not doing the English major I told you so. We are not doing the classic literature I told you so nerd moment. Just a little shaken up. Same. Gretchen whines and shakes in your arms. Gretchen, here, I'll take her. Poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Of course. Duke, are you okay? Content warning. Oh my god. Oh my god. Duke, holy shit. What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? Obviously, ACAB. Like, I don't imagine myself ever doing a run where I ever go with the, yeah, we gotta call the cops type options that they keep wanting to give you. I mean, like, I suspect the devs are firmly ACAB as well, given the characterizations of the cops and the language surrounding them. But they do let you be not ACAB. Yeah. Thank you, Kane. Good to include on the dialogue list. No one should pick that. Yeah. I do and don't agree. Well, like, I'm not gonna pick it. Because I'm role-playing. Like, you know, sometimes people are gonna just be silly, be playing the game for different reasons. I'm trying to be in character and follow the narrative. So, I'm certainly not gonna pick something like that. Good to give the option, but not for yeah, exactly. Um, uh, can we please just go home? Stella, can we please just go home? Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot. We're in way over our heads. Let me just check the camera real quick. Christ, this footage is so dark and shaky. I hate to say it, but people need to know what happened here, Bean. Duke's family deserves closure. Other people deserve to know what's out here. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. Are you sure this is a good idea? Stella? Nope. But we're already in this deep. What's the harm in digging a little deeper? You silently nod as your eyes meet Stella's. This might be a bad idea, but it's your and Stella's bad idea to make. It looks like Duke managed to tag one of them before he... You know. We should be able to follow that blood trail. Let's go while it's still fresh. I'm gonna go ahead and take the care packet. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. Keep running. God, they're everywhere. So I had the thought too late to pause on the previous frame, and I don't want to go all the way back. I love these noises. They freak me out. I know. So good. I think we're almost there. The trees are starting to thin out. The shrieks pull back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. A sinking realization pulls at your gut. This is their nest, and you are surrounded. More of those swellings. All the animals here have them. Or had them. I do want to point out, because there's a dialogue option about it in another playthrough I had. Look at this animal. What do you suppose that might be, Stella? What do you suppose this one is? Kind of looks like some kind of mountain cat? Some sort of large cat from the mountains? I don't know. Anyway. Or had them. They want us to leave, Stella. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't have seen any of this. Yeah, you're right. We have enough footage. Let's get the hell away from this nest before things get ugly. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest branches of trees and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We're almost there. As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they've stopped following us. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Missed call, Tabitha. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. Where are you? Where the hell did you go? And 13 text messages. Text her that you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on the Ass-Gina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Hold on. I really don't want her to call the cops. But okay. Text her that you're okay. Tabitha seems worried. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. Happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but... hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. I do not... Alright. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk two officers. Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See? Right there. A thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that, some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so lightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now, we're gonna have to confiscate that camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. Hey, Cap. What was that? Nothing. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Shut up, Moobot. Who are you, exactly? That's Bean. They came into town today for the funeral. Bean? As in? Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to cops. I am book smart. I am mystic smart. I'm a student. I don't talk to cops. Hey, Cab. You say nothing. You'll have to pardon my surprise. We just didn't think you'd show. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. Wasn't it? Never mind. When are you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. We'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay. Thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Dog, why would you let me here with the fucking pigs? Why? No, Mama, no, no. Cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You're just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Hey, Stella, are you good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease, and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. Remain silent. You sit quietly, watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then you think you see a pale, anguished face staring out at you, before it slips back into the darkness. Soon, the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay... Oh, sorry. Wrong one. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on them for us. Make sure they don't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchy. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. Don't talk to my dog. Fucking pig. Anyway. And here you are. Back in town. Away from the woods. With no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. How are you holding up? Oh, am I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. I can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of that footage. Even after we found that nest. But it's okay, I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. I was there, I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have, and never come across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should have it over now before it gets any later. We'll just go with... Alright, let's do it. Awesome, let's go. I hope she's still awake. Bean. Jesus. You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. You're finally back where you belong. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Bean. Is it okay if we come in? You and Mrs. Forsyth briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small and almost naked in her presence. There is something about her that's far beyond you, but you feel no threat, no malice. And then the moment passes and you see only the woman before you. Of course, you're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Bean. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. Now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Okay. You long option tree. A little sippy. I don't know if I did your cause it's been kind of serious, but while we have a moment. Yeah. Okay. A heart. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. We need your help. Ah, yes. I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not so sure I follow, dear. I know which oils to use for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight. By something in the woods. Oh my lord. Have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. Because cops are usually bad at their jobs. Sorry, why'd I say usually? Because cops are bad at their jobs. Cops are always bad at their jobs. We're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. I can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't the local wildlife, Mrs. Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls a memory card out from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Fucking ACAB. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now we can examine the footage for ourselves. Just tell them the battery ran out. Like, what are they gonna fucking know? Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger? And louder, if you can? I'd need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What? Hold on. I don't know what voice I want for Kanika. I'll go ahead and take my piss now. And think about a Kanika voice. Okay. I will boo right back. I am going to use the restroom real quick and get some more water. And probably have a couple Reese's Pieces. I'll be back shortly. And we will finish out this chapter. Probably within a half hour or so. Stay tuned. I'll leave the game music going. Boo right back. -2, whatever. +2. I'm getting mixed signals. Okay, you meant +2. Okay. Well, shucks. Alright, I'll be right back. Hi, Johnny. Hi. welcome in. Welcome to Hollow Bean. Let us continue. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Fair. Hi, I'm Bean. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. Thank you. It's actually an old outfit, I just don't use it super often. Claudio made it for me last year. And I felt like using it instead of the cutesy clown for tonight, since we're going with a more serious goober type vibe. And don't worry, I don't use the dress version super often. Especially not now. I just want to clown all the time, but I want to be pumpkin bean. Beankin. But yeah, thank you. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Bean and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. Hey, Cab. I'll call him later Oh, that's Sybil. Sorry. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. More serious than a man's death? It's always my first thought, but it's never the option I choose. What happened in the woods? We weren't supposed to see any of that. You're not wrong. These things, my grandmother called them ditchlings. They are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Bean with this Tailipo crap. A man just died. Have some respect. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. The creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. An unfortunate accident and nothing more. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. To see so many in one place is... Sybil holds her silence. Jesus, Mom. They've clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. By the way, just appreciate her drip for a moment with me. I love Kanika. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. Hollow Bean, I know. Thank you. I think it's the title too, isn't it? Yeah, this is Hollow Bean. I know, the characters are good. I really enjoy this game. We can't rule that out, not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest? What were those growths? Book smart and mystical. Ooh, these are fun. You don't see. I haven't seen very many of these, but sometimes you get a combo that uses two different traits to do one option. Must be part of their life cycle. It must be part of their life cycle. Maybe they feed on negative energy. This shouldn't continue because it says explore, so let's try it. Maybe the ditchlings were here for Duke, like some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. Unfortunately, no. Their presence forewarns of something far more sinister than one man's death. Stop speculating about this occult nonsense. Let's focus on what we know. Right, what are those growths? It must be part of their life cycle. Maybe they feed on negative energy. I looked at that chicken up close and it looked like some sort of parasitic growth. If these ditchlings congregate around doomed people in places, maybe it's like the negative energy is part of that life cycle too. Like negativity feeds the embryos as well as flesh. Very interesting. Well, that's one theory. I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something this out there without doing some research or talking to a biologist. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm an English major. I think I know what I'm talking about. I read a lot of book, okay? I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I'd put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know. It's getting late, and I should let Bean get some rest. I ran them ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. Thank God, let this miserable night finally end. I'm tired as shit. Yeah, I'm ready to pass out. It was nice meeting you, though. Yeah, I'm about ready to pass out. Thanks for the help, Sybil. And it was nice to meet you, Kanika. Sorry. Sorry it had to be under such weird circumstances, and I'm sorry for the whole growling thing. That was, I don't know what came over me. Anyway, very sorry. Hopefully the next time we meet will be a little less terrifying, and you'll be a little less weird. We should all hang out this week, Kanika. Maybe we could even get Reese to chill with us. I could really use it. But for now, thank you both much. Thank you both so much for everything. Oh. Old lady wink. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. And bye, Bean. Yeah, alright, bye. Yeah, okay, thanks, bye. Okay, I love you, goodbye. It's excellent, iced or warm. Though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. Bu- 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 bu. I should probably head back and check on Tabitha. That's sweet of you. Are you sure you're okay heading back up that mountain alone? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. You and Stella exchange numbers. I'll see you tomorrow? Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. You begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate alone. Almost home. You've made it. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. As you reach for the knob, the door swings open. Where the hell have you been? I'm not gonna say where that one. That's an important one. I texted you back. As soon as I had reception. Thank you, Kane. Did you? I didn't notice. Do you know anyone named Wayne? I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know a Wayne. Um... Suckered into something. It's a little more negative than I would prefer to say that. None of the other ones really feel right. I watched a man die tonight. Honestly, I actually think I think I'm gonna go with that one. I watched a man die tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some kryptons, and it ended with us watching a man die. Ah, so you met Stella then? Ugh, that explains everything. She's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, good night. Doesn't say shit. Did I say yeah? I don't know. Yeah, there you go. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you settle into your room, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Call her. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? Oh. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Did you make it back alright? Yeah. How are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. How are you? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe, and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world, and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Scarlet Hollow. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits! If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. What? Until next time. That is our story for this evening. Chapter per stream feels about right and feels doable and good. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with this tonight. I think I'm totally down to continue this playthrough. I wasn't sure at the outset how much I would gel with streaming a visual novel, but honestly, it was a lot of fun. I really like it. And I love this game, so I'm more than happy to keep going with our playthrough on stream. But yeah, that'll do it for us for tonight. One moment. Boo. And thank y'all for joining me. I had a good Halloween. Thank you, Kasara. Thank you, Kane. Johnny, Colotl. Thanks to everyone who hung out. Thank you again to Kidders for the raid. And thank anybody Planet Earth. Thank you all so much. Thank you to my ghouls and my ghosties, to my skeletons and my pumpkins, and everyone in between. Thank you so much. This was a fun, an experiment of sorts, but honestly, just a good time with a good game. Yeah. And we'll do this again. And I'm gonna have to probably make a new run for myself and keep hyperfixating on this game. But yeah. That's gonna be a wrap for us. Let me see if I want to send y'all that. Honestly, of what I can see, I'm not sure that anything has the right vibe. So I think I will allow y'all to, disperse at your leisure. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for bed and, entertain myself as I will. And y'all, do the same or do whatever you want. I'm not your mom. But again, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I hope y'all have a good night. And I will see you again next time. Probably Monday, but who fucking know? Who fucking knows? One more for the road. I don't need to, but thank you. I'll think about you when I'm pissing next, Glottal. Sorry about that. I don't have to do that anyway. But cool, great. I won't do that. But I will dedicate it to you here and now. This next one's for you, Glottal. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you all. Have a lovely rest of your Hallows Eve. And a wonderful Dia de los Muertos as well. Good night.